Very good morning to you, Mr. Patterson. Just let me get it very clear where you stand on Mr. Cameron and others in their renegotiations. Do you have a scintilla even of belief that he might get something substantial enough to satisfy you that UK should stay in the EU?
Well, first of all, the EU is leaving us. They are going to move towards an integrated country. That was lined up in the Bertelsmann Spinelli report 2013. And you got that on the front page of the Sunday Telegraph today. So they will form a new, coherent, integrated country where you can shift money around from the parts that can make money to those that sadly can't. And we are going to be left outside with something called associate status. Now, what it looks like, that is being rebranded as some exciting new position, and it's absolute rubbish. It's not. It's rather worse than where we are at the moment. What I want to have is a complete new relationship with our European neighbours based on trade and friendly cooperation, but above all, making our own laws in our own parliament. And that, sadly, does not appear to be what the negotiators on behalf of the UK are looking for.
Well, let me bring in, though, on that. I just want to bring in on that my last guest's point, Richard Reid from Innocent Drinks, who does 50% of his business, he says, with our European Union partners at the moment. And his point is, well, why would you leave the biggest trading group in the world just to try to rejoin it in some form?
Because only a madman would actually leave the market. It's not the EU, which is a political organisation, delivering the prosperity and buying our goods. It's the market, it's the members of the market, and we will carry on trading with the market. I mean, are we really suggesting that the fifth largest economy in the world is not to come to a satisfactory trading arrangement with the EU? Are we going to be like Sudan and North Korea? I mean, it's ludicrous, this idea that we're going to leap off a cliff into a dark space. We will carry on trading. We have a massive deficit with them. There's a huge interest across the EU to continue trading with the UK. The whole of the European car industry is integrated. Something like 5 million jobs in the EU depend on exports to the UK. So, of course, we'll come to a trade deal with them. But what is really important is that we get our full seat back on the world organisations which create the laws and the regulations that dominate trade now. So you take the World Trade Organization. We're currently represented by, I'm sure, a highly intelligent, brilliant person, but she's a Swedish psychiatric nurse who last taught sociology at Gothenburg University. Not my personal first choice to have someone representing the fifth largest economy in the world, and she only reps the 28th. We want to get a full seat back on these bodies. So you look at Lord Rose's article in Sunday Times. He says we do very well, quite rightly, in NATO. We have a full seat. The UN, we have a full seat. All these world global trade organisations, we have a 28th of a seat. So we would massively enhance our position in the world. We would re-galvanise world free trade. We would re-galvanise the Anglosphere with the States, Australia, Canada. We would re-galvanise trade negotiations with the Commonwealth. You look at places like Australia and New Zealand. They've done bilateral deals with China on their own. We would do deals. I was part of the British government. I went to the States, these long, laborious negotiations with TTIP. There's all sorts of bilateral deals we could do in the States. Pharmaceuticals, automobiles, we could do deals with them if we were a proper independent nation.
Well, we can see how passionate you are, Mr. Patterson. It's normally the interviewees who say, can I get a word in edgeways? But I just wanted to put to
Sorry.
you... I just wanted to put you, because you mentioned, well, it's